Okay, here we have a derivative of a natural log function. And we can apply the rule for the derivative, the d over dx of ln of u, where u is some function of x, where u is some function of x. And this is equal to 1 over u times the derivative of u times du over dx. Sometimes you'll see a written u prime over u. Either way, we can write it like this. We can write it like this. They mean the same thing. Okay, so let's apply the natural log rule. So this is our u. So f prime of x should be 1 over u, 1 over x plus, and I don't like the square root sign. Let's use the 1/2 power. That's 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 power. Okay, that's our 1 over u. And multiply that by the derivative of u. So that's the derivative of x, which is 1. And the derivative of the square root of 8 plus x squared, or 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 power. So we apply the chain rule there. So that's a 1/2 times 8 plus x squared to the negative 1/2 power. Let's get rid of that. To the negative 1/2 power times the derivative of the inside, the derivative of 8 plus x squared, which is 2x. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit. The 1/2 and the 2 will cancel. 8 plus x squared, well, that's a negative exponent, so let's bring that down. All right, so our derivative is 1 over x plus 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 power times, so you have a 1 plus x over 8 plus x squared to the positive 1/2. Okay, so we brought that negative 1/2 power down to the bottom. Okay, so now I think the issue here is not the calculus. The derivative was a pretty straightforward derivative. The issue is the algebra. Now, this problem could get really complicated depending on what route you take. You could do a number of things here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with this plus sign. I'm going to combine these two terms into one term. Okay, so let's get a common denominator there. Okay, so we have 1 over x plus 8 plus x squared to the power 1/2 times. Okay, so let's treat that one like a 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 over 8 plus x squared to the 1/2. We've got a plus x over 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 power. All right, perfect. So it looks like once we push these two fractions together, we'll have some canceling. Okay, so that's 1 over x plus 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 power times, we've got 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 on the bottom, and on the top we've got 8 plus x squared to the 1/2. 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 plus x. And the denominator of the first fraction is equal to the numerator of the second. So we can do this and we can do this. They cancel, leaving us with simply 1 over 8 plus x squared to the 1/2 power. Now there's this was a method. There's a lot. I mean, the derivative is, there's one way to find the derivative. But once you find the derivative, the algebra involved, I could think of maybe 2 or 3 other different ways of getting to that final answer, but some of them take considerably more work. So I think I can't think of a more straightforward method than this, but this is my method, not the only method. Okay, that does it for this problem.